Give us a song, won't ya?
Oh. I can believe it. I
Lovely.
know.
You lady. Oh, my darling, thank you. Cheers. Give us a little song.
One of my own.
If you will.
May my end a warning be unto all mankind. Think on my unhappy fate and bear me in your mind. Whether you be rich or poor, your friend and sweetheart love, and God may crown your fleeting days with blessings from above.
Hey!
You don't know me. You think you do, but you don't.
That's right.
You think I'm a whore, but I'm not.
What if she is?
Yeah, what if she is?
Tell her who you really were, girl. Go on.
I was a wife and mother.
6 little ones. 6.
I was a sister and a daughter too. I cooked and washed and cleaned. We had a lovely flat on a new estate.
So what brought you down here?
Drink. That's what did it for our Polly.
And what made you drink?
It was hard, my life. It was hard.
Join the club on that one, love.
My mum died when I was 9. And straight away, I'm expected to look after my dad and brother, as well as go to school. Then you get married, and it's just the same, except you have kids as well.
6 she had. 6.
And my husband was knocking on with our neighbour. So there was always rowing going on. Till one day I just walked out. I was his wife and he didn't want me. I left him. And then
For 6 kids.
All right, Mo, you told me.
I went off on my own.
Where'd you end up? At the Ritz?
In the workhouse, on the streets. Dossing when I had the money. But you don't always have it, do you? But I was never a whore. I was a decent woman. Why did the police write that? Why do you want to hang that label round my neck?
It makes it easier for them, Polly, if they blame it on us.
Yeah. And it was the same with me. I was married, decent, and with a family.
That's what decent meant back then. So I pretended to be married. No.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. My husband had a good job. Worked as a coachman in Windsor for Sir Edward. Oh no, anyway, I forget. He lived up in one of the biggest houses up in Windsor, on St Leonard's Hill he did.
I bet the castle was bigger.
Perhaps it was. I mean, we weren't that decent, if you know what I mean. But we had rooms over the stables on one of Sir Edward's farms. People knew us all over Windsor.
So, what started your slippery slope down the hill to hell? Let me guess. Am I right?
Of course you are. Drink. Drink brought me down. Brought me here. You see, my little one, Johnny, was born a cripple.
Annie, and watch what you say tonight. They don't say that word now.
Well, whatever the right word is this month then, alright? He was badly off. We couldn't manage him at home. That's how badly off he was. We had to put him in an institution in the end. And then, on his 2nd birthday, my eldest died. Took meningitis. She died. 12 she was. I had a friend though, in a bottle. Lots of bottles. But I just kept getting arrested for being drunk.
That's when you wish nobody knew you.
You know, eventually, they put me in a sanatorium too, for a so-called cure. How'd you mend a broken heart though?
I think you wrap it up in love and splint it with kindness.
Yeah, well that didn't happen, I can tell you. I managed whilst I was in the sanatorium, but back home, that was another story. You know, I reckon it was Sir Edward who told my husband to send me away in the end. Yeah, and he did. Back home to my mother and sisters in London. And teetotallers, the bloody lot of them, can you believe it?
Love and kindness?
Mm-hmm. No, Emily and Miriam. Yeah. And there, I had a choice to make. For me, it was drinking or not. And I chose drink. Though I don't think that does drink justice.
No, it chooses you, and it does it early doors too. Like sleeping rough. It's not a lifestyle choice. Sleeping rough chooses you when you have nothing else left to choose.
Yeah, when you spent all your DOS money on beer.
You had money then?
Oh, I had money, I did, I worked. Crocheting doilies and antimacassars, I sold them at markets. My husband, he sent me money too. Until he died. After that, I had a fella. He'd spend the weekends with me and he'd pay for our bed together. But then half the time I was on my own, and half that time I would sleep under the stars drunk. You know, the night he killed me, I had my DOS money about 3 times that night. I spent it every single time. And I goes out to a place, I slept in regular. I lay down, I go to sleep, and that is when he chooses to kill me. Same with you, Pal?
Just the wrong place at the wrong time. But when you reach rock bottom, is there a right place?
There was for me. So it seemed for a long time anyway.
Because you were actually a whore, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Go on. Shall we tell everybody?
Thanks for that, Mary. Pot kettle, eh? At least with me it was only for a while right at the end.
All right. For me, it was a lifestyle choice. I'm not ashamed. At least that's what I tell people. But as everyone knows, I was a liar from the start.
Yes. I'm Swedish. You? Nobody knows. Welsh? Irish? Even what your real name is. For me, it was in Sweden when I was younger than you, left pregnant by some man. And the Swedish state branded me Public Woman 97, which is tantamount to whore. He left me with something else too. Syphilis. I had to queue up all weathers naked in the yard with the other women to be inspected and treated. And do you know what they used as medicine? Mercury. They painted mercury on us down there. Quicksilver, where quick means alive. But it wasn't alive. It was a dead poison. And it killed my baby.
But 25 years later, you're over here in Whitechapel, in the slums.
And married and decent and doing all right for a while. But the coffee shops we ran, my husband and me, we couldn't keep them up. The marriage fell apart and blah, blah, blah. Like Polly and Annie.
Yeah. A woman on her own. How unthinkable. Yeah, gotta be something bad about her.
Oh, at least one thing.
I was out blind drunk with the other girls, and yes, I showed a bit of leg and wore a pretty bonnet. But you know what? As the only one of us here that has been officially branded a whore by the state, let me share a secret with you. I've seen the job description. I know what it says. In fact, I've got it right here.
Go on, love. Read it out. Give us all a laugh.
You know, it's not that funny or that long. This is what it says. Whore wanted. Must be willing to have sex with men for money. It does not say must be willing to be brutally murdered. That's what him and men like him have made up for themselves. And the authorities back them up by saying we're all on the game when we're just all on the street? There's a bloody big difference.
Yeah, but it suits them better this way, though, doesn't it? They're failing less badly if the dead women are working girls. Yeah. Because if the police can't keep what they'd have to admit are innocent women safe, what kind of law enforcement is that? He has to blame the woman. And the bobby can just keep strolling along, swinging its little truncheon.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Whistling a little song to himself.
Always liked a good truncheon.
Oh, for God's sake, Mary, we're trying to decide what to do with him. It's not a laughing matter.
Sorry, just saying. Come on, Kate. Ever showed a bit of leg?
Oh, I showed plenty of leg in my time, but not for money, as you full know well. I sold anything and everything I could get my hands on, up and down this country just to make a living, walking. But I never sold myself. That's you, Mary Jane Kelly. His last and greatest killing, and the only proper whore amongst us.
Yes, of course it is me. I've said so already. High school story, being a whore. I know that. Don't change the subject. You were just like the other three, weren't you? No money, no job, and full of cheap gin inside you. The night they call double events.
Oh.
You know, that makes me so angry. 2 women murdered within an hour of each other, less than a mile between you, and the papers want to turn it into a bit of sport, a show, a bit of musical. The double event. It's disgusting.
It is.
But it's all just men, love. Like the police. Same sex, different job. Same rubbish they spout, preserving what they got. This lot, yeah, they know all about the police. The press and the politicians. Yeah, and they think it's new. It's not new, ladies. But it is news, isn't it? And it sells. It's always been the same. Always will be until we do something about this scum.
No, we can't just say Mary spoils the story because she was a whore. It wouldn't matter if she was a nun.
I saw one of them
Oh.
once. At least I thought I did.
Behave.
Turns out it was a man.
Behave, will you, just for once?
First time for everything, I suppose.
You were like the rest of us, you know. Drunk, or as they would say, an alcoholic. Posh word for an age-old problem. But despite being a whore, you could only afford a room in Whitechapel. How big was it where you lived, Mary? Show up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Not much, is it? 12 feet by 10. It's not my room. Not really. It's the landlord's. Everything in the room belongs to the landlord. The bed, the mattress that we'll have to replace, the big cupboard, the 3 tables. That's useful, isn't it? 3 tables. And the chair. All my things are in the cupboard. All my things. Change of clothes, and I'm lucky to have that. It's more than they've got. A fireplace for a kettle and a bit of heat, but no cooker. So I say I live here, but I don't. Not really. I live out on the streets and in the pubs. If I want to meet a friend, I go out on the street to meet her. If I want something nice and warming to eat on a cold November's night, I go out to eat. Maybe to a pie and mash shop or a lodging house kitchen, if the doorman's feeling hospitable. And it was out there that was meant to be unsafe, not here. I locked the door, but it got in through that broken window. I never thought it would happen to me, not here. But this is where he fractured me. So you don't know me. All you know is whore. And this. But that's him. I was just like them. But I was just like you too. Just a woman on her own.
We were destitute, not prostitute. Drunk and on the street. Mary was paralytic drunk and indoors when he broke in and killed her. And you know what the self-proclaimed experts on the internet call this version of events, the true version? They call it the nap theory. It's the middle of the night, winter coming on, and we're wearing all our clothes to keep warm because that's what sexy whores we were. And we took a nap between customers. Mary Jane Kelly, you were actually a whore. Is that what whores do? No.
What now?
Well, we came here to talk about him. What we're going to do with him now that we know. And what I think is, I think we should name him. Shame him, like they shamed us with their lives. Let people find out what an empty little life he had.
Yeah, that's not what they say measure for measure though, is it? I say life for a life and all that. I say we take him to the burning ground. Burn him.
What? That'll make us as bad as him.
Guy Fawkes, heretics, books they don't like. Another thing men like to do, burning things.
They like to burn women too. Joan of Arc, clever old women they like to call witches.
Polly, he butchered 5 women, maybe more. Have you seen the pictures of Mary? Because nothing can be as bad as what he did to her.
He deserves everything he gets after what he did to us.
I thought we were just going to name him after all this time. Shame him, reveal his identity and shame him in public. Let people see what a nothing he was.
But just elect him president, Polly. I can still do that when you're dead, apparently.
Oh, come on, be serious. Look, he wasn't... Look, it's his anonymity which has kept all the nutters on the internet going all these years. He wasn't the most brutal killer or the most prolific. Just unknown. If we say who he is, then pop, bubble burst. And I know how painful it is to be shamed in public.
You got off light, girl.
You died quickly. I bled to death. Slowly.
It bloody shredded me, Paul.
And then there's Mary. Show her the picture, girl. Well, yeah, that's what he did to Mary. Must have taken him hours.
To the burning grounds!
To
the burning grounds!
That was We Need to Talk About Jack by Philip Mannion. Philip has been writing seriously since 1986, mostly prose, 3 novels, 100 short stories, but unpublished. Yet 3 of his 5 plays he's written have made it to WriteFest. And Philip thanks Emily Good from Progress Theatre for that, as he took their playwriting course during lockdown. Now, I think the play